Tonight, a growing diplomatic strain between the United States and the United Kingdom centered around a remote island in the Indian Ocean, Diego Garcia. The strategic military base is once again in global focus. Diego Garcia is a remote coral atoll located in the central Indian Ocean, roughly positioned between Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Although geographically isolated, this small island plays an outsized role in global military strategy. Officially, Diego Garcia is part of the British Indian Ocean Territory, meaning it falls under the sovereignty of the United Kingdom. However, since the early 1970s, the island has been leased to the United States for defense purposes, transforming it into one of America's most strategically important overseas military bases. Over the decades, the base has supported long-range bomber missions, naval deployments, intelligence operations, and logistical supply chains, particularly during conflicts in the Middle East, including operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Its location gives the United States a critical advantage. Aircraft and naval forces stationed at Diego Garcia can rapidly reach key global hotspots without relying on mainland bases. The island is equipped with a long runway capable of handling heavy bombers, deep water port facilities for aircraft carriers and submarines, and secure communications infrastructure. Despite its strategic importance, Diego Garcia has also been controversial due to historical disputes involving the displacement of the Chagosian population and ongoing sovereignty debates concerning the surrounding Chagos archipelago. Today, the island remains a quiet but powerful symbol of Western military cooperation, particularly between Washington and London. In simple terms, Diego Garcia may appear small on the map, but in terms of defense strategy, it functions as a critical forward operating platform that influences security dynamics across the Indian Ocean and beyond. Recent diplomatic tension between the United States and the United Kingdom has centered on how Diego Garcia might be used amid rising geopolitical instability, particularly involving Iran and broader Middle Eastern security concerns. Reports indicate that Washington seeks maximum operational flexibility at the base in the event of a regional escalation, viewing Diego Garcia as a critical launch point for long-range bombers and naval assets. From the American perspective, maintaining unrestricted access ensures rapid response capability and reinforces deterrence in a volatile region. However, the British government, which retains sovereignty over the territory, is said to be approaching the matter with greater caution. Officials in London must weigh legal obligations, international law considerations, and diplomatic consequences before approving any potential offensive military action launched from territory under British control. At the same time, the broader issue of sovereignty over the Chagos archipelago adds another layer of sensitivity. Chagos Archipelago, Mauritius, has long claimed the islands, and international legal bodies have previously questioned the UK's administration of the territory. Any escalation involving Diego Garcia could therefore reignite political and legal debates about ownership and long-term control. For London, this creates a complex balancing act, supporting its closest ally while also managing international scrutiny and regional diplomacy. Importantly, this situation does not represent a breakdown in the US-UK alliance. Instead, it highlights how strategic interests can occasionally diverge, even between long-standing partners. The current tension reflects differences in timing, legal interpretation, and diplomatic risk assessment, rather than open conflict, but it underscores how even a remote island can become a focal point in global power politics. The situation surrounding Diego Garcia matters far beyond the shores of the Indian Ocean because it touches the core of global military balance and alliance politics. Strategically positioned between the Middle East, East Africa, and South Asia, the island serves as a critical logistical and operational hub for the United States. From this location, long-range bombers, surveillance aircraft, and naval forces can project power across some of the world's most sensitive regions. In times of crisis, speed and positioning are everything, and Diego Garcia provides both. Any uncertainty about access or operational limits at the base could influence how quickly the United States responds to emerging threats, particularly in the Gulf region or the wider Indo-Pacific. For the United Kingdom, the issue carries equal weight. As the sovereign authority over the territory, London must balance alliance commitments with legal responsibility and international diplomacy. The matter also tests the resilience of the long-standing special relationship between Washington and London, a partnership that has defined Western security policy for decades. While disagreements between allies are not unusual, strategic assets like Diego Garcia elevate the stakes because they directly affect defense readiness and geopolitical signaling. Globally, rival powers are closely watching. Any visible strain between two of the world's closest military allies can send signals about unity, deterrence, and strategic coordination. In today's interconnected security environment, even minor policy differences can shape perceptions in capitals from Tehran to Beijing. Ultimately, Diego Garcia is more than a military base. It is a symbol of power projection, alliance trust, and the complex realities of modern geopolitics.